Welcome back, everyone. And today is the last day for Sloth, Fast Monkey. And when we left off, Ronnie and Anne had a difficult thing to overcome, the poison tree. Can they do it? I am so excited to start reading. So go grab your books and let's get started. We're ready to read about Ronnie and Anne. Remember last time they were told by those monkeys, those fast monkeys, that they had to climb the Amazon poison tree. Wow, so hard, I think. Remember how sad Ronnie was? He really wants to stay in his tree. But we know that Anne has an idea. So let's look at the picture on page 13 and figure out for ourselves what Anne's idea is. How is Ronnie going to be able to climb that tree? Okay, can you see the picture? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are you looking? Well, it's very interesting. Remember that vine that Annie had picked up when she said, I know, I have an idea? Well, now that vine is around her stomach. And on the other side is, that's right, there's Ronnie. He's hanging there, isn't he? And what tree is that? Yes, I see it too, because I can see that the leaves are red. That's the Amazon poison tree. Wow, in the distance, in the picture on the bottom corner, I can see Ronnie's tree. It's very big and beautiful and green. And who is in that tree? Those monkeys. I wonder, are they laughing now? Okay, let's get started. Let's start reading to find out how it all comes to be. So, we're reading page 13.
Page 13. Anne ties the vine around her back. Then she throws it over a branch of the poison tree. She ties the other end around Ronnie's back. Slowly, she walks along the ground, away from the poison tree. The monkeys watch them and laugh.
Ha ha, they cannot climb the Amazon poison tree. No animal can touch that tree,
they say.
What does Anne do? Well, we just read that Anne takes that vine, she wraps it around her back, onto her waist, and she ties it. Then she throws it over a branch of the Amazon poison tree. So then the other vine is coming down. So the vine must be very long. And then we have Ronnie. She takes the vine and she ties the other end around his back. So now they're both tied to the vine, and the vine is over the branch. She starts walking on the ground. She's walking away from the tree. Very interesting. Who's watching? The monkeys are watching. The monkeys are looking at those sloths, and they are laughing. Why? Well, they think, ha ha ha, no animal can touch the Amazon poison tree. It's not possible, they say. Well, let's go on to page 14. Let's look at the picture, because I can see now that Anne does have a good idea. She is walking. What is that going to do? So, yes, we're going to have to turn the page and look at the picture on page 14. And do you see what I see? Can you see it? Who is in the tree? Who is at the top of the picture? Well, that's Ronnie. Yeah, that's right. And he looks like he's climbed the tree. He looks like he's in the tree. Where is Anne? Do you see her? Well, she's on the ground and she's sitting down. It looks like she's very tired. I can see some sweat, some water coming from her head. Why is she tired? Well, look where Ronnie is. I guess she was walking. What a great idea that she had. By walking, Ronnie went up in the tree. What else can I see? Do you see those monkeys at the bottom? Oh, are they laughing now? They don't seem to be. One monkey is covering his mouth and the other one is pointing. Ha ha, I am so happy for Ronnie and Anne. How about we read page 14 and find out what those monkeys say when they see Ron and Annie climbing the tree.
Page 14. Anne walks very slowly along the ground. She is pulling the vine, and it lifts Ronnie up into the air. He is going up the Amazon poison tree without touching it. When he gets to the top, Anne stops. Then she turns around and slowly walks back to the tree. The vine slowly takes Ronnie down to the ground.
Yes, yes, we can climb the Amazon poison tree. We can stay. We can stay.
They say.
So you've just read the bottom of page 14 and the top of page 15. And what did we learn? Well, we learned exactly what we saw in the picture. Anne starts walking slowly on the ground. She's pulling the vine and she's lifting Ronnie as she's walking. He's going up the Amazon poison tree. When he gets to the top, Anne stops. She stops walking. Then she turns back and she slowly walks down. So then Ronnie is coming down slowly as well. And they're happy. Yes, yes, we can climb the Amazon poison tree. We can stay in our tree, they say. Very exciting. So that's good, right? Everything seems great. What will the monkeys say? Well, let's read the next part and find out. We have 3 more parts for page 15, and I think there are a lot of things to find out. So we're reading the second part on page 15.
The monkeys see Ronnie going up the tree and coming down again. And he is okay.
How can he climb that tree? These sloths are very strong. The strongest animals in the jungle,
they say. Their mouths are open very wide.
What did we learn? Well, the whole time that Ronnie was going up, the monkeys were watching. They see Ronnie go up the poison tree and they are surprised. Why are they surprised? He is okay. They see him go up and come down again, and he is okay. They're asking a question to themselves. How can he climb that tree? These sloths are very strong. They must be the strongest animals in the jungle. Their mouths are open, very wide. They're surprised. Wow, they didn't know that sloths were so strong. What happens next? Well, let's keep reading to find out.
Ronnie and Anne go back to their tree. They are very happy. They see the monkeys. The monkeys are not laughing now.
How can you climb the Amazon poison tree?
They say.
We are very strong and smart,
says Ronnie.
Now, do you want to live in my tree?
Yes, say the monkeys.
After they climb the tree, Ronnie and Anne go back to their tree, their big, beautiful green tree. When they get there, they are happy, but the monkeys are not happy. They look at the monkeys and they're not laughing now. The monkeys ask them, how can you climb the Amazon poison tree? And what do they say? They say, we're very strong and we're very smart. And then Ronnie says to them, now, do you want to live in my tree? Oh, very interesting, because before it was the monkeys talking to Ronnie saying, do you want to live in this tree? But now Ronnie is confident. He feels good. He's strong. He knows that they are smart. And he says to the monkeys, "Do you want to live in my tree?" And what do those monkeys say? They say yes. What happens next? I think it's very interesting. Let's finish off the page and find out what is going to happen between the sloths and the fast monkeys.
You have to swim across the Amazon River with crocodiles and piranhas. You have to fight an anaconda. You have to climb the Amazon poison tree. After that, you can stay in my tree, says Ronnie. The monkeys look at each other.
Let's go,
they say. Then the monkeys skip and jump away, squealing and shouting through the trees.
What does Ronnie ask the monkeys to do? Well, he said to them, "Do you want to live in my tree?" And they say yes. And remember, he's feeling strong now. He says, well, you have to, 1, swim across the Amazon River. 2, you have to fight an anaconda. 3, you have to climb the Amazon poison tree. And are the monkeys interested? Are they going to do that? Are they going to do all those things? No. They look at each other, because they know those 3 things are very hard to do. And they say, "Let's go." The monkeys skip off, jump away, squealing and shouting as they grab on to the trees and they keep going. Can you believe it? The monkeys are gone. Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it? That means that Ronnie has his tree back. He can live there alone. He doesn't have to worry about those jumping monkeys, the squealing and the shouting. The monkeys have gone. He has shown that he is very strong. Wow, what a wonderful story, isn't it? Wow, I'm so happy. Ooh, that's right, I caught that too. Well, just at the end. Anne, what about Anne? The monkeys are gone, but where is Anne going to go now? Remember, this is Ronnie's tree and not Anne's. Ronnie told her that she had to find another tree, that she could only stay for 1 or 2 days. Wow, but they've been through a lot. How about we look at page 16, the picture, and find out if Ronnie is going to make Anne leave. Got that picture up? It looks like a happy ending. I'm so surprised. Well, not really. When we look at this picture, we can see that Ronnie is sitting in his tree and Anne is sitting in the tree as well. They're together and they're hugging. They're very happy. I think they might be friends. I can see the bird too, the toucan. Very interesting that he's there. So, what has happened? Anne is not going to another tree. But we won't know for sure until we read. I've divided into 2 parts. Let's read the top part and find out what Ronnie says to Anne.
Page 16. Ronnie looks at Anne. Anne looks at Ronnie. "Anne," says Ronnie. "Yes, Ronnie," says Anne. "You are very smart. I want you to stay in my tree. Do you want to live in my tree with me?" he says. "Yes, I do," she says.
Ronnie looks at Anne, and Anne looks at Ronnie, and he speaks. "Anne?" "Yes, Ronnie?" A little conversation happening between the two. He says, "You're very smart. I want you to stay in my tree. Do you want to live in my tree with me?" And what does Anne say? Oh, it is so great. She says, "Yes, I do." Wow, that's fantastic. So now Ronnie and Anne are going to live in the same tree together. They are friends and they can talk to each other. So how do they spend their days? I don't know. Let's read the last of page 16 and find out what they do.
Ronnie and Anne live together in their tree. Some days they swim in the Amazon River. Some days they fight anacondas. Some days they climb some vines up the Amazon poison tree. Some days they are tired and do nothing, only sleep.
Now I am happy,
Ronnie thinks.
I like having a friend.
What do Ronnie and Anne do? Well, they live together. They live together in that big, beautiful green tree. And they also like to swim in the Amazon River. And some days they fight an anaconda. Other days they climb the Amazon poison tree. Those things that they did before in the stories. But some days they're tired and they just sleep all day and do nothing. That's it, because sloths like to do nothing. They are both happy. Ronnie is happy and he likes having a friend. And that's very good, isn't it?
Stop and pause.
Wow. So we started off this story with Ronnie living by himself and enjoying that, having the big green tree by himself. That was fun for him, but then what happens? Well, some people start cutting down trees and animals have to find a new home. One of those animals is another sloth named Anne. She wants to live in the tree, so she goes to Ronnie and asks to live there. He's not very interested in having someone, live in his tree. He likes living alone. So he said, you can stay for one night. And that's when the excitement started happening. Those monkeys came in and were all loud and squealing and jumping and shouting. And they wanted to live there. And they're very strong, so they made Ronnie and Anne do things to prove that they were strong enough to stay in the tree. What were those things? Do you remember? I think you do. The first one was to swim across the Amazon River. The second one was to fight an anaconda. Yes, and the third thing was to climb the Amazon poison tree. And did they do it? Yes, they did. They did all those things, and they were able to stay in their tree. How about those monkeys? Well, remember, Ronnie said to them, if you want to stay in my tree, this is what you have to do. Those same three things. Do they do it? No, they know that it's very hard to do them. And maybe they're not strong enough to do it. So the monkeys, that's right, they go away. And Ronnie is left alone in this tree. But now he has a new friend. He's invited Anne to live in his tree with him. And everything is happy. Great ending, don't you think? Yes, it was fantastic. Now, I think it's time for homework. That's right. So, for your homework, we're going to be reading a new book, and it's called The Same Branch. And if you are really smart, and I know you are, you read underneath the title that it says, Ronnie and Anne are happy. That's right. We're going to be reading another story about Ronnie and Anne. Terrific. So for your homework, I would like for you to read pages 1 to 3. Can you do that? Yes. It's going to be a great time. I know it. But I also want you to do your workbook questions. Finish up the book and make sure you check your answers on the cassette tape. Stuff that you've done before, and you'll do great at. So, until the next book, have a great day. Bye!